He's laying right here.
You thought I was going to fall out of the tree when I called him.
In the money stand.
Yeah, back in the early days, Brian and I'd get together and just talk about, always brainstorming, trying to dream up ideas to start a company, work together. We were talking about, of all things, fishing tournaments, and just, I fished a lot of tournaments growing up, and said, man, it's just a shame there's not anything in the hunting space. And we both kind of looked at each other like, okay, this has got merit. Let's keep talking about this.
I remember walking out that day, and this idea for this tournament for Quest, it just felt a little different. It wasn't very long. We had a LLC set up and rented an office space, and we went into that first year going to put the tournament on in Missouri only, and it just kind of caught fire. We ended up adding 3 more states, doing 4 total in year 1. Little did we know all the struggles and challenges it would cause, but now looking back, we're so glad we did. It was so worth it. Just kind of came up with the idea, let's make it 2-man teams, kind of level the playing field where it's more about averages versus just one giant deer, and definitely probably one of the best moves we ever made. It takes more than one big deer to compete in this thing, and this concept that it's really anyone's game, this 2-man format really plays into that concept. Whether you're a public land hunter, a private land hunter, or whether you own 10,000 acres, we wanted everyone to be able to compete, and we wanted the price point to be something that everyone could afford. When we did our first banquet and handed out our first prizes, it was really cool to see participants from Iowa making friendships with Arkansas, and people were really starting to take pride in being a part of this event. And now, going into our second banquet, it's crazy just to feel the impact of what this night does for the company.
And easily the greatest community that we think exists in this industry, just for the quality of folks and people that get involved. I've said it before, this business is just a company about cool hunting stories. Thousands of people around this country, their stories are our stories. And that's how we run this business, and that's how we're going to remain.
One of the coolest things for me about this tournament is going to all the trade shows and meet people and then sign them up at events, and then we get into September and October and start seeing the deer submissions come in, and seeing people that you've met harvest deer, whether it's a 200-incher or 140-incher, and they get to end up on our leaderboard, and I know that's super exciting for the participants. It's fun for us to watch.
I think you thought I was going to fall out of the tree when I called him.
As the season goes on, watching the leaderboard changes and seeing how things shake up, it literally goes all the way down to the very last day.
In Iowa for 2019 is Keepsake Taxidermy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to be standing here almost 3 years later. This idea literally started on a napkin, sitting at a booth at a steakhouse.
Our goal was to create something really cool and something really new and different to the industry. I think that's the most rewarding thing for us now, is just seeing how people react to this, and it's something that's not just about the tournament. It's camaraderie, and it's new friendships, and that feels good, man. That's at the end of the day. That's at the core of what we wanted this to be all about.